used to be a kind of like person that would be anti-Diet Coke or thought that diet soda was gross, but I'm a full-on Coke Zero convert at this point. And if it's, if the chemicals are gonna kill me, well, something is. Might as well let that be it. Okay, I've got this drum here. Sorry we didn't have any music going beforehand. Still just got a lot of buttons. I'm running the ship solo here. So there's just a lot of things. There's the videos and the sounds and the colors and the buttons and the knobs. But I think, we're getting it every time. We get it a little better. We get it a little more every time. You ever notice that right now you are alive? Can you feel it? Can you really feel it? Feel it in your hands. Feel it in your body. Feel it in this beat. Feel it in the lights. Feel it in a smell. But really feel it. Because right now, we are alive. And that's great. And it is not easy, and it is not always fun, and it's actually really, really fucking hard. But it's great. And one day, it all goes away. Even for you. So right now, here, now, let's ask our worries and our anxieties and our insecurities to step aside for a bit. And let's be grateful. Because right now, you are alive. Let's go. Too many buttons. Too many buttons. Too many buttons. I got too many buttons going on. Too many buttons. I got too many buttons. Too many buttons. I've got too many buttons going on. Too many buttons. I got too many buttons. Too many buttons. I've got too many buttons going on. Too many buttons. I got too many buttons. Too many buttons. I've got too many buttons going on. Too many buttons. I got too many buttons. Too many buttons. I've got too many buttons going on. Too many buttons. I got too many buttons. Too many buttons. I've got too many buttons going on. Too many buttons. I got too many buttons. Too many They say write what you know. That's what they say, at least. All right. Well, usually we don't start that first one off quite as topical and irrelevant, but when you do an improvised show, that's what you're gonna get. Hi, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. For me, it's Thursday night. For you, it's wherever you are. And it's gratitude practice. I'm Thomas Richard. I'm your host tonight, and it's just me flying solo. It's our first technical official show. I've been running these trial runs for a hot minute here. We've got some gear switches, we've got some mindset switches, and I just gotta make it happen. And so I'm gonna put this one out there into the world. And what we would love is the whole goal of this show is that we make it up, and it's interactive, and it changes, and we want to hear from you, because I'm going to do this bloody thing every week. And so if it's only me talking, it's going to get old really quick. And so I'm going to, get as many people in here as I can here in the studio. And we would love to hear from you out there in the internet world. So if you're listening to this after the fact, if you're listening to the podcast feed, Thursday nights around this time, which is like 10-ish or so Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what that is in like the worldwide, sorry to be America-centric internet world. But the whole goal is that eventually we can have the chat going and get call-ins and share and adjust as we go. So if you see, we've got the little time got to go back. So I'm trying to trace the screen here, but you have to go the opposite direction for that to make sense. It's been a hot minute since I've been here on the stream all the time, but years ago I was doing that, and I'm sure you'll hear all those stories as we keep going. So we are going to go through this timeline. We are going to talk about why it's good to be alive. And I need to come up with a little spiel of that, because I kind of blew through that part of the show here. But we are going to use improvised music and music in general to think about why we are grateful for life and death and the past and the future. And that's the plan. I got to get used to just kind of blabbering into the ether here. I've got a couple helpers up there. You can't see them. We'll show them off one day. But as I do get used to screaming into the void, thank you, Mango. Thank you, Monkey. Let's move on to our next segment. We are here to talk about what is going on right now. Not trying to be grand, just trying to think about what is it that we are excited about in right now, right in this second. And I'm definitely feeling it right now. I'm feeling it right now of the, all I do is spend my time thinking about getting hyped for this moment. And I'm excited about this project. But, now when I'm here and there's no one on the stream, and the pressure and the reality of making it up on the spot is gets to me in here. But I know that as I keep doing it and as we keep practicing, that's going to get better and better and smoother, and I will settle into that. Some of my inspirations for this show are podcasts where that's, what they do. It's it's just them on these podcasts that I've listened to. I was about to say dozens, but it's literally hundreds of episodes and hours of some of these people, and they just talk by themselves. And I know I love that. And so I got to work through this fear of doing that right now. So if you're out there listening, sorry, but not, because it's my show and this is what I want to do, and I'm going to make it happen. Whew. Very aware also now that the sounds of the mic, we'll tweak all that. None of that matters. That is not what is important. What I was thinking about a lot earlier today, I was thinking not today, but yesterday, there was big weather happening, big storms going on, and we were outside playing at the park, and the wind was just like overwhelming, and you could see how it was moving all the clouds around extra fast, and you could see how half the sky was beautiful and blue and half the sky was just so dark and ominous and frightening looking. And to have that feeling of just being so small and so insignificant, and knowing that there is just this power around you. And this wasn't even a storm. It was not even close to a storm. So on the scale of wind, this was maybe like a 3. And it was already just too much. And that's a feeling that I know I like that feeling. I know I've been like a couple times camping, like in a tent where there's a big storm, and you really get that feeling around you. And, you know, as someone who would do something like create a show where the whole point is just me to talk into the ether, you know, that's probably tells a couple things about my psychology and my personality. And so I like those moments of being humbled. I think back in the day, probably on Facebook, you know, there was like the thing, you would have your basic biography there, and somewhere you could put something about yourself. And I think I had the video of the pale blue dot video. Is that what's his name? Is it Richard Dawkins? This is another thing I gotta have set up. I need to have just a web browser going to be able to, excuse me, in real time, be my own Jamie here. Yeah, Richard Dawkins. Who knows if that's a guy people still like or not, because we be changing our opinions of people every day. But there's a video, and I'll link to it. And, you know, one day, the pale blue dot, is that it? I'll figure it out. It's just a little speech of a guy just talking about, you know, how like you look at a picture of the world, and everyone you ever know, and anything you've ever heard about, and anything that's ever been invented, and every song you've ever heard, like, is all there in that circle of earth. And so anytime you start to think that you're important, anytime you start to think that you're the main character, it's always kind of nice to just take a little zoom out and get a little perspective. That's kind of what this show is all about. To remember that death comes for us all, and it's all going to go away. So why not make the best of it now? And, you know, it's like, I'm a big believer in like mindset and that kind of work. And some people like really are not into that. And I think it can be a little, and I kind of get it can be easy to go into the, what's it called? Toxic positivity. But I don't look at it like that. I look at it more as like a radical acceptance to like fully embrace whatever it is that you cannot change, and to give up any sense of, you know, like worrying about that or wishing that wasn't true, to just try and make the best of what we've got while we're here. And that's what this whole thing right now is. Whew, if you're watching the video, I'm noticing I did not update my text today. There's no special guest. It's just me. I'm still figuring out all the tech, because as you heard previously, there are a lot of buttons. When you do something like this, you know, ideally we'd have a video guy and a sound guy and squatted people on the couch, and we'll get there one day, but right now it's just me. So in the next section of the show here, I'm gonna make up another jam. I know I kind of skipped over the I haven't written out the whole explanation of the show yet that I'll spiel every week. But in this beginning parts of the show, we're just making shit up. On the music front, I've got a Ableton Push 1 here. I'm running Ableton 9. And if those words mean nothing to you, it's like having like a 2002 Honda Civic or something. Like, it gets the job done and you know what it does, but there's a lot fancier stuff out there nowadays. But I love this little rig I've got going, and I don't have anything planned. None of this is written. We are completely improvising these sounds you're hearing in these sections. And so I'm going to make up another little something. And the reason that it's not moving on the screen is because of that. And I fixed it. Oh, super conscious of hearing my breath sounds. You know, when you listen to the podcasts that I mostly listen to are all edited, and so getting this live, up close sound of my own voice, it's not that I don't have a problem with the voice part, but it's the hearing the breathing. I'll think about that. If that's bugging you too much, don't come back next week. Or do, and hope that I fix it. Yell at me in the comments, because hey, engagement is engagement. Okay, let's make some more sounds. I'm gonna not think too much about it. I don't really have a goal. Sometimes in this section, especially when there's a guest, this is where it'd be fun to kind of come up with some parameters, come up with a little challenge, something to guide. That first jam, that first improvisation is really supposed to just be like whatever the fuck. The second one, it'll be fun to kind of guide a little bit, and that's where I would love to have the interaction in the chat here. For today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to not change any of my sounds over on Ableton, and I'm going to keep all the sounds the same, but try and make an entirely new whatever. So I'm going to delete all my clips, but keep all my devices. And I'm going to start with some kind of drum. cut. Cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Moving right along. Yeah, like sometimes it'll be fun to go in and talk about that. There's a million things that could be different or better, but like, yeah, who cares? Who cares? Loved it. Loved it. All right, we're talking about now right now because now is all there is. That's been a big like, I just didn't know shit about shit back in the day, and as I started to learn about the world and figure out what I was trying to do, like I was always kind of drawn to, especially like something. So I really like musical theater, something you should know about me. I was a really big Rent head in high school. And the whole like kind of like the thing of that show, the like fucking big finales, like No Day But Today, Forget Regret. And that like I was drawn to that, and it sparked something in me when I was young, but I didn't get it. Like I hadn't experienced life or anything. And so then as I like got older and lived and different things happened, eventually I found like meditation and saw like what parts of things I was trying to get over or get better at or heal from or were all based on like fear and anxiety and thinking too much about the past or the future. And so really embracing the idea that really it is only now is all that we have was really really big for me. So this whole first part of the show is just all about now. And another big part of this show that I really wanted to do is that part of the show would be that we just listen to a song together. And so the idea of this segment of the show is that we listen to something that's like fucking current, like what is new, because it's also so easy, especially nowadays and being busy and blah blah blah, like I just listen to like the same 20 songs that I like over and over and over, and like I love that, that's great, but it's also important to like on purpose like see what is happening like right now. Now, after saying that, I'm going to totally break all the rules, and it's my show, so I get to do that whenever I want, because like literally I have this big note up here at the top of my screen over here that's just remember, the only reason to do this show is for me to feel fulfilled. So like, fuck it, I get to do whatever the fuck I want. So I'm going to break all the rules for this part. So I've been playing with some of my buddies in like a new little project, and it's been really super fun. And we're having like the age-old being in a band conversation / argument of like, we want to play a cover, and so just like, what do you play? Like, you can't be too obscure, but you can't be too mainstream, but like you can't be too it's just classic. Like everyone's got an idea, or kind of the more phase we're in is like no one has an idea. We don't really know like what the goal is. We haven't like set our intention. So we're just kicking around all these ideas. And so the guy in the band sent a new idea today, and I don't know for sure if it's like a funny idea or a like serious but ironic idea or a like completely genuinely serious idea. It's just a song I don't know. So This is an older song, but for me, I've like never, ever, ever heard it. So I'm going to listen to it right now and think about, would this be a good idea for this band to cover? And it's by Amy Winehouse, who I have never really been into. Another band I was in, we played an Amy Winehouse song back in the day. Valerie? Yeah, Valerie. So yeah, I don't know shit about Amy Winehouse. You know, I know the basic story of Amy Winehouse, but I don't really know the music. Besides what? Rehab and Back to Black, Valerie. That's so the top 3 of her songs on Apple. Okay, and then the one... Okay, found it. I really have no idea if this is a serious suggestion or not, but that's not important because I'm sure it is a fine piece of work outside of the context of a bunch of, 40-year-old dudes playing music together. Okay, here we go. It's not Lord Melodrama. That's what I was listening to last.
When you walk in the bar and you're dressed like a star, rocking your F-me pumps, and the man notice you with your Gucci back crew, can't tell who he's looking to, 'cause you all look the same, everyone knows your name, and that's your whole claim to fame. Never looking for a man, but you end up with one night stands. He could be your whole life if you got past one night, but that part never goes right. In the morning you're vexed, he's on to the next, and you didn't even get no text. Don't be too upset if they call you a scam. You really wouldn't mind a millionaire. All them big ballers don't do nothing for ya. What you'd love a rich man 6'2" or taller. You can't sit down right, 'cause your jeans are too tight, and your luckiest ladies night. With your big empty purse, every week it gets worse. At least your breast costs more than hers. So you did Miami, 'cause you got there for free, but somehow you missed the plane. You did too much, met somebody, and spent the night getting caned. Without girls like you, there'd be no fun. We go to the club and not see anyone. Without girls like you, there's no nightlife. All those men just go home to their wives. Don't be mad at me, 'cause you're pushing 30, and your old tricks no longer work. You should've known from the jump that you always get dumped. So dust off your fuck me pump.
Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna do that. no offense, singer of band, but you can't pull that off. Some people could, and it could be entertaining, but we're not going to do that. Solid little tune, though. Man, she's great. That would be a good dive to do. Sadly, you can't do too deep of a dive, but Ooh, that is a drippy. It's like the bottom of a soda on ice, so it's all kind of, more melted ice than soda. Gross. No thank you. Oh. All right. Well, the past isn't real. The past is just a story that we tell ourselves, and you can not listen to it, or you can rewrite it if you want, because it's not real. But also, everything that was in your past is what has created you as you are right now. So thank you, past, or fuck you, past, whatever your attitude may be. In this part of the show, one day there'll be a person here and we'll be yapping and we'll talk and figure it out. And I'm not really feeling anything that I need to pontificate on at the moment. But I'm sure we'll get there. Transitions between sections. I know, I'll get it. But when we're doing these solo shows where it's just me, it definitely is a little like you're a crazy person. But that's okay, because that's more fun. Let's listen to a song. So we're going to listen to something old, and I know we just did listen to something old, but as I said, I get to break the rules. So I know what I want to listen to. And if one day I ever release all my beta test shows, I'm pretty sure I played this song on one of the betas, but again, nothing matters. So this song, it's probably in my top 30 all-timers. I just fucking love it. The band is Lucius. Now, I'm always self-conscious. Is it Lucius? Could it be Luscious? But I'm pretty sure it's Lucius. The two ladies. It's a band with the two women singers, and every song is both of them, and they just are fucking nail it, and are just powerful every time. There's one of their videos. It's one of their live KEXP. They have these gold dresses, I think, and they just look into each other's eyes and scream at each other. It's so good. I love it. This song is from what I think is their first record. I'm really not that hip on all the lore and their story. It's the record that they have a really good Tiny Desk from the first era of Tiny Desk, and I don't remember if they do this song on there or not, but it's just great. It's just so good. And the message and the singing and the arrangement, I love every piece of it. And then again, like I said, I don't know the whole story, but last year, which would be 2024, they re-recorded this whole record. And so I'm going to play that new one, because that gets dicey when people re-record something. You can argue about it. Do you like the vintage or do you like the new polish? And I think I like the new polish, but I haven't spent enough time with both to really know. So let's do it. I'll fix how the picture's all wrong.
Don't Don't just sit there. Tell me what I wanna know. What I wanna know. Don't just sit there. Tell me what I wanna know. What I wanna know. Did you find love? Have you found love? Did you find love again? Did you find love? Have you found love? Did you find love again? Don't just sit there. Tell me what I wanna know. What I wanna know. Don't just sit there. Tell me what I wanna know. What I wanna know. Did you find love? Have you found love? Did you find love again? Did you find love? Have you found love? Did you find love again? In my heart, I know this. In my heart, I know this is true. It's true. It's It's true. Did you find love? Have you found love again? Did you find love? Have you found love? Did you find love again? Tell me what I wanna know. What I wanna know.
Well, if you ask me today, I might make the argument to go back and listen to the original. But I change my mind all the time. Okay, I've never really actually like fully, especially like the bridge kind of gives you some more insight to the, the writer's perspective of the lyrics. I was kind of thinking for the first time, like, okay, is the question, are they saying like, tell me what I'm asking no matter what it is, or are they saying, give me the answer that I'm hoping for? That's an interesting question about the lyric there. The transition out of the bridge when the like faster beat comes back and you get the little and then the vocals kick up one more, and they've got the the two of them are powerhouses, but then there's like the guys singing also. I'm a sucker for any time someone's like powerfully, earnestly singing. I already mentioned like musical theater, just like that does it for me in any context, and I have always like aspired to that myself, and we'll see if I get like I've come pretty close myself a couple times, but I'm realizing now that in the next couple parts of the show are where we're gonna sing, for each other. But when it's a solo show, that means I've got to do all the singing, and I'm really not prepared at the moment. But fuck it, that's not the point. We're gonna do it anyway, as Bill O'Reilly says. Not an endorsement. But yeah, just love it. Check them out. Check out I should have like in the show notes. Oh man, I'm a true podcaster now. I'll throw it in the show notes, all these like videos and stuff I'm referencing. I have a little list over here of everything I have to do for the show, and it's pretty long. Show notes in the moment. Okay, so we're talking about the past. We're talking about things we love. Like when I talk about listening to old songs or singing old songs, the idea is like that we get a little nostalgic, that we explore. That song is not actually, like nostalgic for me. It's within the last 10 years. It just isn't, super fresh, like current in the moment culturally. So when I'm thinking of like singing an old song, it could be one of mine. It could be, a cover, just like something that's always been there. Something that's like a stone cold classic. So I think today, gosh, even when you do a show that's all about being in the moment and improvising, you still should do a little bit of planning, shouldn't you? You really should. All right, fuck it. It's just me. No one cares. Yet. All right. I have a little reverb that I'm going to turn on, but I don't remember if it's good or not, so we'll find out. Oh, but I want this one. Oh, hi, me. Hey. Is it in tune? Well, here's how the reverb sounds. It's not terrible. Not great for the speaking, but God, almost 10 years ago now? Was that 10 years ago? Holy buckets. I put out a record, and this was the first song on it. It's called Discovery. Look at me, I'm right back here again. I didn't ask to be, I never even wondered when, because you took me by surprise. As things are wont to do. No, you'll never own me, but there's a lot I owe to you. And it goes. back me now? Like she could never do. And all my old me's drop me right in front of you. And who are we? And who are they? Well, you showed me that I'm okay. As previously mentioned, there are too many buttons. Whew. You know, I've been like just really spoiled in my life that like I've known and played with just some like incredible songwriters. And so I've always had, you know, like a little like chip on my shoulder and like, you know, feeling like, well, I'm not as good as them, so like why even try? And like that's just not helpful. And so that's part of the goal of this show too, is like I am going to be doing these shows by myself, and so I have to be able to bring it and like sing something. So that's you know, gives me a little kick, because I've had my true love is to like play the songs on the piano, which I'll get figured out here one day. But you know, I had a guitar and would sing songs that I liked, and the ukulele when I started teaching, and you know, I just never had like a reason to do it slightly more seriously than just for my own giggles. So having something where I like have to perform is really good to give me a little bit of stakes, so that I have something to shoot for and to show up for. And I'll get the technical set up a little better. So like you know, whatever, who cares? You know, I go through phases of like playing all the time, and right now I'm kind of in a few months of I really haven't been playing too much, so that's where that's at. But that's not interesting. You don't care, but I will sing you a song or two songs every week. And we'll do one more a little bit later, but let's just totally switch to being a total downer. I think, like, I kind of figured death out too early. I don't remember like how old I was, but I have a pretty good memory of like kind of realizing like oh, it just all like turns off one day. And I wasn't raised like with any kind of like religion, or really like nothing was really like guiding me in those kind of, you know, like big life, like metaphysical, what's it all about, man, kind of thing. So I've, you know, been on a journey of figuring some of that stuff out and trying some different things out on my own my whole life. But it really, like, I didn't really realize that, like, you know, some people like really aren't about accepting death. Whereas I like kind of did really early, but you know, it still gets me. Like, that's the thing, that if I like trip on that too hard, I can really freak out on that. And so that's, again, like, that's what part of why this show exists, is to hear other people's thoughts about that, and to, you know, keep iterating on my own thoughts about that, and to hear from all of you about how we're all doing with that. Because however we're feeling about it, it's coming for us. It comes for us all. So what I would like the show to get to do eventually in this next little segment is to be able to, like, take a minute, and we all take a breath and just kind of like meditate on that for a second. And not so much in like a music kind of way, more in like a soundscapey, collagey kind of way. And what I'm hoping is that we can work it out when we have a following and people involved here in the live, that people can submit like a name of a loved one or a thought they have, or so we can have, let me say that better. You know, there's a quote, I don't know if this quote is real, I'll look it up one day. How people say, like, you die once when you die, and then you die again like the last time anyone says your name. So I'd like to give an opportunity here that people could submit, you know, them saying the name of someone, and then that will loop in our collage and keep someone going a little longer. For tonight, I'm just gonna take a minute and see if I can come up with a little more somber, a little more ambient. Just give us a little moment here. Because, you know, without, like, if you've never been sad, you can't be happy. And if you don't have any dark, you don't know what the light is. And so if we don't think about and accept that, like, death is real for all of us, we can't truly appreciate and be grateful for what we have right now. That's something that I see, you know, people, if I'm if I'm judging everyone around me, it would be that, you know, a lot of folks just like aren't thinking in that way. And don't come after me, like, of course they are, they've got shit to do. Like, no shit, yeah, like, we get it, but we could all do good to, you know, be grateful. Hey. Okay. All right. Let's just take a minute. I'll see what I can do. Oh, no, don't look at me. Well, we've talked about how it all ends, and we've talked about how it's right now, and we've talked about how we have all had a past, and so let's look forward, because we might be having a tough time now, or we might have had a tough time before, but there is still something in front of us, and it's always out there, and we can always access it, and we can always change it or influence it or make it what we want it to be. So this is a time, especially if I have someone else here, like, what are we working on now? What's coming out? What's going to be next? And so we're going to sing like something new, something we haven't heard before, something that's being born right now. And like I said, I am kind of in a spot recently of not writing or practicing too much, but let's come up with something. Okay, I'm gonna play one that I've had at like 90% for years. And so the lyrics aren't locked down, but the whole idea is there. And I'm going to turn that reverb on again, but maybe I'll tone it down. I'll find I could get like a mic on this uke doesn't have a pickup, but I'll make it sound better in the future. I just said I'm going to turn the reverb on. Let's just try not. And when I love you, all my skies are blue. And when I'm with you, all my dreams come true. And like percussion. And when I hold you, fear just goes away. And when I'm with you, know just what to say. And when I owe you, all my days are good. And when I touch you, time moves as it should. When I love you. Yeah, I haven't played that one like front to back in a while. I'm really happy with the idea and the form, and just gotta take like 10 minutes and really nail out which words I want to say where. Yeah, I felt good about that one a long time. All right. Well, people, folks, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost there. We've almost made it. Thanks for being along the ride with me. Like I said, this is going to be my first one that I, kind of treat as real. And I'm going to put it out on all the things, and I'm going to be back here next week, and we're just going to keep going and keep getting better and better and better and better. Because I like doing it. That's the whole idea. The only thing that's important is like if I'm having a good time. That's the only thing. I gotta write that down on my thing. Oh, but I can't. For boring technical reasons. I'm gonna write it down on my sheet. Remember to have a good time. All right. So in this part of the show, when I have a guest, they can plug their stuff. Someone might have a new music coming out or a show. Also, this is a good time just to share, like, what are we excited about? What are we looking forward to? There's a documentary that I'm hyped on. And, not to, like, blow up my spot, but, like, this documentary is by a journalist. Her name is Abby Martin, and she's been doing great work for a long time in a lot of different ways. And she just made this documentary that's about how the United States military is like the worst thing for the environment. So that tells you, something about what I'm into. And I totally forget what it's called. Just look it up. Just look it up. Just look it up. I'll get better, I swear. But what's exciting about it is it's like and I haven't seen it, to be honest. But I know one of her, holy buckets, why? Remember when Google was good? I need a little graphic for like, old man says, back in my day. Documentary new. It's called Earth's Greatest Enemy. But the thing that I'm, excited about it is she said one of her big inspirations was the movie Samsara, which is one of my favorites. So there's it has moments of being like a straight up documentary. Again, I haven't seen it, but there's also moments of just like long shots of just scenery and imagery and really capturing like the feeling of a place, really understanding like the scope of an environment without, explaining or narrating, just letting these sweeping, slow shots show you something and let you, have your own feelings of it. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm a big fan of her, and even more so, I'm a big fan of her brother. They have a podcast together, which I kind of mentioned in passing earlier in the show, that is one of my inspirations for this show, where he spends a lot of time on the podcast. It's like just him by himself talking to the audience, going through some of his creative work. So shout out to them and that. And then I got really hyped on something today that I know nothing about. Yeah. Okay. So the, for a while now, there's a comedian, Tim Robinson, has that show, which is on Netflix. I think You Should Leave. that I know people have been really into. It's never actually like got me personally. But he has this new one that's like, it's on HBO and it's like dark or scary. It's listed, I just Googled it, as a comedy thriller, but I think it's like uncomfortable. So I'm excited to check that out. And so I'll report back after I give that a spin. But that's like, as soon as I saw that mentioned on the doom scroll today, I was hyped immediately. So I'll check that out. You check that out. And those are the things I'm excited about. I don't have anything coming up too soon. But like I mentioned earlier, that band I'm in is playing a show in December. And we'll just keep on keeping on. So here at the end of all this, we're going to do one more jam, one more improvisation, one more make-em-ups. And we're going to think, like, what is, after our time together, after our conversations, like, what do we need to remember as we move forward through the week? And, doing this by yourself, it's tricky. I have ideas, but they're so similar to ideas I've done before, but that's like what it's all about, man, because life is just all about like relearning the lessons and picking yourself back up and getting back onto it if you fall down. So I'm gonna keep it super simple. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. And I've been mucking with this Ableton session a lot, so I'm gonna no, I don't need to start fresh. I do not need to start fresh. All right. Well, everyone, thank you for checking it out. Gratitude Practice. We're doing a show a week, and on YouTube live Thursday nights, and then up on all the podcast stuff later. And yeah. All right, let's make it happen. Oof. That was pretty brutal, but that's good. I like it. Oh Lord, I never figured out how to kill that. Wow. Wow. All right. keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep 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 going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, 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 just keep 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 going, just Thanks, everyone. Be grateful. Stay safe out there. We'll see you in another life. Take it easy.